I actually don't stand here with pride today to talk on this issue. And I actually thought long and hard today, Mr. Speaker, about whether I should. I've listened to the speeches across this House and the hate and the anger that's been chucked from both sides of this House. And it actually really saddens me. Really saddens me. You know, and somebody can say, I don't have the right to stand here and speak, but that's what this place is about. You can have the interjection from that side and say, I'm not going to stay here and I'm not going to listen to this. But 4.5 years ago, when I had the privilege of being elected into this place, I felt that burden of what was expected of me when I came to this place, to represent the people that I wanted to come here to make a better life for. I fought my whole life, Mr. Speaker. I fought my whole life to be respected. I fought my whole life to know my worth. I've never felt less than since I've been in this place. I have spent 3 years in this place having my identity ripped apart, having my whakapapa questioned, having my right to have an opinion questioned. But I don't get up out of my seat, Mr. Speaker, and stand in front of those who disagree with me and try to use standover tactics to get what I want. Mr. Speaker, what I do is I go away and I work really hard to make sure that I know the decisions that I'm making are the right ones for the people who I promised I would stand up for when I put my hand up to be elected. Now, for the other side of the House to make accusations that people on this side of the House do not understand what it's like to be oppressed, I tell you, Mr. Speaker, I do. I've spent my whole life being oppressed. Even when I put my hand up to stand in this place in Parliament, I was told by loved ones of mine that people like me do not get into a place like this. So, Mr. Speaker, when I came to this House and I took the oath, I promised to abide by the rules of this House. I may not agree with all the rules of this House, but I agreed to that when I stood here 4.5 years ago and took that oath. There are ways we can make changes in this place, Mr. Speaker. But using standover tactics and bullying behaviour is not the way to do so. The debate here is about breaking the rules of this place. And Mr. Speaker, I think people often, when they watch speeches on the TV or are listening on the radio to Parliament, often forget that this is our workplace, Mr. Speaker. This is a place we come every day to do our work. And in every workplace, people have the right to feel safe. People have the right to walk the corridors in their job and feel safe. And Mr. Speaker, in any other workplace, if a staff member breaches the code of conduct, there are repercussions for breaching that code of conduct. In this place, it's kind of a special place where there are no ability for a boss to sack you or fire you for breaching the code of conduct. We're put here by the people of New Zealand. And so the only way that we can maintain order and decorum in this place, Mr. Speaker, is by having the rules that have been put in place. This is what this select committee is there for. Sort of like our HR, where we sit down and we discuss what the issue was and hopefully can come to a medium ground where there is a little bit of contrition shown from those who have had the accusations brought to them. And then a simple apology would be enough. We've seen this in the past, Mr. Speaker, where behaviours in this House have happened. Everybody's taken part in the process, and we've been able to stand in this House respectfully, speaking towards each other, showing a bit of contrition and apologising when we're wrong. Now, Mr. Speaker, we haven't seen that from the members that we're talking about today. There is no contrition, Mr. Speaker. They're refusing to show any sign of remorse whatsoever for the behaviour that we're discussing today. Now, all the other discussions around tikanga, around Te Māori, around all those other issues, Mr. Speaker, yes, they may be an issue that needs to be addressed in the future, but right now, what we're addressing is conduct within the House. And the haka was conducted while a vote was being conducted. That is all we're discussing today, Mr. Speaker. The anger and the hatred being trucked across this House is heartbreaking. I have never seen this place so low since the moment I started here, Mr. Speaker. Now, we talk about cruelty. We talk about accusations of cruelty. I listened to the speeches. I felt the pain, I felt the tears, and I understood that pain and those tears. What would be cruel, Mr. Speaker, if one of us took that video, put it up on Facebook, and rolled our eyes and said fragility is real. That is cruelty, Mr. Speaker. So we can talk about one side of the House bullying another side of the House. But, two wrongs don't make a right. We need to address the actual issue that is happening here. Quite frankly, Mr. Speaker, when I came here, I wanted to be able to set an example. We don't understand how powerful our voices actually are in this place, how people listen to what we're saying in this place, and how it reflects that behaviour back in society. We need to show leadership in the way of having proper, meaningful debate, not using aggression and standover tactics to get what we want. We want to teach our next generation that you can sit around a table, you can have a debate, and you can disagree and walk away agreeing to disagree without slinging insults at each other and without using bullying tactics to try and get our own way. Mr. Speaker, I would really rather not be standing here, but I did think it was important that we brought the tone of this debate down and made sure we were actually debating the issue that's on the table. I would rather, Mr. Speaker, be doing what I was elected to do when I came to this House, and that is deal with the issues that are out in society, not talking about other parties within this House. Mr. Speaker, we have issues in our communities where families are losing their babies, where our people are becoming victims of crime, where our people are suffering, and we're standing here debating this. Quite frankly, Mr. Speaker, I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed for everybody today, because the previous speaker was right. Nobody wins here. And if the party that is on the table today that we're discussing had showed a little bit of contrition, had showed a little bit of sign of, yep, we did something wrong, we apologise, then we may not still be standing here debating this, Mr. Speaker. But the fact of the matter is Te Pāti Māori has made it very clear that this is just the beginning, that they don't think they did anything wrong, and that they would do it again. And so, Mr. Speaker, that is why we're still standing here today debating this, and it's an absolute shame, because we should actually be discussing the real issues in this country, and especially in my portfolio space, where we have children dying in our communities. We should be coming up with solutions how to protect our children in our communities, not standing here debating another party, Mr. Speaker. So I'm going to leave it at that. But because there has been no sign of remorse and no sign of contrition, I will actually commend the recommendations.